Alrighty, hello everyone. Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much here for tuning in. We are starting off with a Highland weather alert. We see the last day of calming conditions. Showers return late week into tomorrow, and we'll look at the latest information at the snow, ice, and storm chance, which is becoming even more likely as we're continuing through much of today. Today is Wednesday, January 21st, 2026, and you're watching Weather Watch. Alrighty, hello everyone, Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get to that latest forecast update in just a few minutes here, but first, let's go and get started with the latest forecast here. Starting off in Asheville, we can see temperatures will be warmer in the upper 40s, around 47 degrees with sunny to mostly sunny skies. About a 15% chance of precipitation going towards Greenville-Spartanburg. However, about 50 degrees with mostly sunny skies continuing. We can see mostly sunny skies continuing, and we also have that chance for precipitation continuing. Looking at Charlotte, increasing cloudiness, highs will be in the low 50s, and Dakota sitting also in the 50s with mostly sunny skies. Highs in the mid 50s for Gatlinburg with sunny to mostly sunny skies, but we're looking at a 20% chance of precipitation before it becomes more widespread overnight tonight. Looking at today's hourly forecast here, starting off at 7 a.m., temperatures will be in the low 20s, warming into the upper 30s by 11 a.m., increasing cloudiness towards 2 through 4 p.m., temperatures warming into the upper 40s before we get complete cloudiness 8 through 10 p.m. tonight, with lows temperatures cooling down into the mid to upper 30s. Now, we're talking about snow chance today. This is not related to what we're going to see this weekend at all whatsoever. This is just a pop-up shower, pop-up precipitation that's starting to move in here. We can see snow totals of 1 to 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches remain possible. This is going to remain more along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. I mean, there is a chance that those snow showers could make it into our western North Carolina mountains. If we do receive any snowfall accumulation, the chance of us receiving it is pretty low here through much of the western North Carolina mountains. Only towards the North Carolina-Tennessee state line you'll see stuff. But most likely, if you do see any accumulation, that will mainly be about a dusting, not even close to an inch. But also the ice accumulation will remain a little bit concerned there. About 0.10 to 0.24 inches remains possible near the higher peaks and ridge tops just east of I-40 there. And we can see North Carolina-Tennessee state line also at that trace to 0.10 inches of ice accumulation remain possible. Again, this is not related to that winter storm we're going to see this weekend. This is just a pop-up system that's going to make its way through overnight tonight. And look towards north, towards Bristol, Tennessee, towards Kentucky, just north of Morristown. We can see upwards of a trace to 0.10 inches remains possible. So definitely want to watch out a little bit tonight. Not really expecting any disruptions here through much of Asheville. Definitely not in Greenville-Spartanburg. But if you're heading along the North Carolina-Tennessee state line tonight or early tomorrow morning, just be aware for some snowy conditions or some icy conditions as well. Now it is time to talk about that winter storm. We can see we are at least a couple days out. We can see we're about 3 to 5 days out from that system, which is where we're getting the timing and snow type, snow, sleet, or ice storm. So we're continuing to get all the forecast models together, and we won't be able to tell you the amounts, the location, and the timing until we're about 1 to 3 days before the initial arrival of the system, which that'll be tomorrow. We'll be able to give you a little bit of a better update, a better look at what we may see out of it. Now, let's talk about the snow and ice storm chance Saturday. So many changes have been made from the ERA model, the GFS, and a little bit of the ERA model again. The ERA model, if you look at Saturday to Sunday, has put Asheville and Greenville, the entirety of our viewing area, under ice mix, freezing rain, and sleet, which were being a big chunk of ice accumulations. The GFS has been putting us towards icy mix, mostly sleet, and a little bit of snow mixing in through much of Saturday and Sunday as well. So both have started to hint towards it a little bit. That is because we're seeing those temperatures remain relatively warm as this system continues to move its way through. No matter what, we're going to see some sort of big event out of this, whether it be snow or freezing rain. That is still uncertain at this time. We're a couple of days away. However, the ERA model is wanting to suggest, look at the ice totals there through much of Saturday into Sunday. We could see much of the western North Carolina mountains and East Tennessee. You could see upwards of 0.75 to 1 inch of ice accumulation. Then towards upstate South Carolina and central portion of South Carolina, upwards of 2+ inches of ice. So if we don't get snow out of this system, we are at a major threat for ice accumulation. If ice accumulation happens, that'll put stress on much of the power lines. We could see trees falling down, everything like that. No matter what, I really do anticipate, I would be a little bit surprised. I don't want to completely full out say it, but I am a little bit certain that we will see mixed precipitation out of the system. However, if it's going to be snow, sleet, freezing rain, that I'm unsure about. I'll be able to let you guys know a little bit closer once we get closer towards that. Looking at the snowfall chances, again, Friday into Monday, this is what the Weather Prediction Center has put us in. They've increased the freezing rain threat through much of the western North Carolina mountains there. They're also including us in that heavy snow threat as well. So we're continuing to monitor this. We'll continue to check out our latest updates. We'll continue to keep you updated on the latest information. But again, a lot of uncertainty remains through much of the forecast. Now, after this snow system or wintry precipitation starts to push its way through and out by Monday morning, looking at the ERA model, the ERA model is wanting to suggest brutally cold temperatures, upwards of upstate South Carolina around 11 degrees, western North Carolina mountains even receiving a low in the negatives possible. And that's the lows. We could see upwards lows around 4 degrees or even in the negatives Monday night into Tuesday. So that's going to bring, if we do receive any snowfall from this or any ice accumulation from this, it'll continue to stay into Monday and Tuesday. So definitely want to be prepared. Definitely want to make sure you are prepared, have preparedness ready. Make sure you are ready for prolonged power outages, long as in like 3 days. Make sure you gas up your car. Make sure you have a backup generator if you need, and make sure you have ways to stay warm, because again, those brutally cold temperatures will move in, and no matter what, if we get snow or ice, there is a major threat for a disruption in power outage or disruption in driving, flights, anything like that. Keep it tuned to Highland Weather TV. We'll provide you with the latest information and forecast. Now, let's switch back just a little bit again to the snowfall chance tonight through much of the western North Carolina mountains there. We can see it remains relatively dry through much of today, so let's go ahead and skip through it. We skipped right through that. We can see, again, this is only precipitation for tonight. This is completely unrelated to what we're going to see this weekend. So starting off around 7:30 p.m. this evening, we can see snow showers are starting to push its way in through southwest North Carolina upwards all the way towards towards Waynesville. We can see East Tennessee is just getting that moderate to very heavy rainfall. As we continue through the futurecast into the overnight hours tonight, we can see it becomes more widespread around 9 p.m. tonight. Waynesville, Colorway, Cashiers, Franklin, Bryson City, Robbinsville, Andrews, all the way up towards Bakersville and Burnsville could see some sort of snow flurries. Snow accumulation remains possible, just sitting at a trace. Continuing through much of the futurecast, we can see it starts to dissipate around 11 p.m. tonight, and we see more increasing shower activity before it completely dries out around 3, 4, 5 o'clock early Thursday morning. Again, that is completely unrelated to what we're going to see this weekend. Now looking at the high temperatures here, 48 in Asheville, 50 in Greenville, Spartanburg, Columbia at 55, 54 in Gatlinburg, 52 in Knoxville, 50 in Andrews, 50 in Decatur, and 53 in Athens. Cold temperatures again tonight, 17 in Asheville, 23 in Greenville, Spartanburg, 20 in Columbia, and 23 in Charlotte. We can see low 50s returning to the forecast on Thursday, upper 50s through much of the South Carolina upstate before temperatures cool down into the upper 20s, mid 30s tonight before we see temperatures cool down just a little bit on Friday with highs in the mid 40s, low and highs in the low 50s through much of upstate South Carolina. Lastly, taking a look at the updated Howland weather 7-day forecast here. Showers continue Wednesday all the way through Friday. Temperatures staying in the 50s, cooling down into the upper 40s with lows in the upper to mid 30s, cooling down into the upper 20s. Weather alert days are issued Saturday and Sunday due to that threat for snowy conditions. Temperatures will remain relatively warm, so that's why I'm pretty uncertain. We can see low 40s, upper 30s remain possible, lows in the lower 20s. Then we look at Sunday night, lows around 11 remain possible. Then we see brutally cold temperatures on Monday with isolated snow showers remaining possible. Highs will be right at that freezing mark at 31 degrees. We can see a low of 8 possible Monday night. As we get closer to that, we'll be able to let you know in the latest. And looking at Tuesday, isolated snow showers remain possible with highs in the mid 30s. We will continue to keep you updated on the latest information, latest forecast through much of the next couple of hours, couple of days. Make sure you follow us on social media. We'll be able to provide you with the latest updates. And if any details, if we actually get to see the snow, we'll let you know. If it tends to more ice, we'll let you know about that. Or if it just pops up to just be rain, we'll let you know about that. I'm Chief Weather Forecaster Beckett Webb here. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll leave you with the latest look at the updated Howland weather 7-day forecast. Thank you for tuning in.